Good morning, everyone. Welcome to High Vibe Mornings, the one place on the internet where all we talk about is how to get happy right now in your life. So, no matter what's going on anywhere else in the world, how do you find that internal peace and happiness so that you can just enjoy your day in your life? How do you take that next step in your life? Then, how do you build a plan so that you enjoy the journey to get there? Hi, I'm your host, Kelly Lunt. I do this show Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm an intuitive channel, medium, and law of attraction coach. So I always start the show with a general channeled message from spirit, and then I dive into free mini reads for those of you who are able to join live. For those of you who aren't able to join live, that's why I start the show with the general mini read so that you still hear that personal message in the beginning of the show. And then if you want, I am available for private reads right now if you can't come to the show live. Let me quickly drop that link. Instagram, that link is in the bio. YouTube, I believe it's in the description, but it's also now in the live chat. So if you're coming live, say hello. Let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, give me a comment. Just let me know you're watching it. It's way more fun for me the more engaged you guys are. So welcome and happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you had a good week, and I hope you're getting ready to enjoy your weekend. I guess without further ado, let's just dive into the mini read and start the show. I do apologize for getting it started a little late today, guys. I am whole. I am complete. I am whole. I am complete. The thing that you think you want, write the list as if you already had it. Well, if I had this person in, I think that I would be more productive. I think that I would be happier because I was doing this, this, and this. Well, if my partner was more stable and contributing financially, I think that I would feel this way, this way, this way. And here's the types of things that we would be doing. If I obtained my license and was selling my first couple homes, I think that I would feel this way, and then I would then be able to do these types of activities. It's recognizing that you don't need the certificate, you don't need the person to date you, you don't need your partner to provide that in order for you to feel whole, complete, and worthy of that secondary list we told you to make. That's what we mean when you're whole and complete. You are worthy and deserving of experiencing those emotional states and those things and activities that you want to do, that you want to buy, with or without the job, the certificate, the pay raise, the promotion. It's sinking into, I'm becoming the person who feels a default state of deservedness, of enjoying that. The fact that I came down to earth is enough proof that I'm worthy. Some of you will like the worthy word, some of you will like the deserve word. I'm a vibrational match for feeling deserving of those things. That's the stance that we want to see you guys at. I do deserve a partner. I do deserve feeling good. I do deserve getting hugged every day. I do deserve only cooking dinner half the time. I do deserve a partner in crime. I deserve a fun buddy to go to yoga with, to plan vacations with. I do deserve this. We want you to know that you're worthy and deserving of that before you get the thing. That's the worthiness we need you guys to feel into. Well, that was a short and sweet message today. Is anyone going to say hi? What's up, guys? Maybe this is what I get for starting the show late today. Am I just not seeing your comments? Are you guys being shy and quiet? Yo, Concha, did you just pop on or are you just now saying hi? What's up? Well, we're open to the open reads now. Hey guys, and it's 11:11 my time. Happy angel number signs that you're on the right path. I am deserving. How come that's not always easy to say? Um, okay. Hey Antoinette. Hey Roxy. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming, guys. Sorry for being late today. Okay, Roxy, I am deserving. How come that's not always easy to say? Oh, okay. So check it out. I've been having this recent epiphany and recent conversation with spirit in my own time meditating with them. And we could talk about all these fears, right? Well, I'm afraid of having the good life and then people not seeing me as like the strong, independent single mom. We could talk about the fear of ostracization, you'll lose friends and stuff if you get up there. We could talk about the fear of more money, more problems. We could talk about like the fear. There's a lot of fears, right? The recent conversations I've been having with spirit off chat have been all about all of those at the basis of them are essentially a fear of you allowing yourself to feel happy. So if you got these things, if you got the money, if you had vacation money to come to the US, though funny enough, my Canada friend said that there's actually a travel advisory against the US right now because she said apparently ICE, the I don't know what ICE stands for, but I know that they're like the immigration and the people who deport people, or I don't even know the proper terminology for it. She's like, no, no, no. We're advised not to go to America right now, even with the proper visa and all of that, just because ICE is currently being paid for every person they detain and hold and deport. So they are looking for, and I was like, oh my God, that is scary. So I don't know why I talked about that on High Vibe Morning. But point is, if you had the money to get vacation money to come to the US or to come wherever you wanted, Greece, it's essentially a fear of you feeling happy. Does that make sense, Roxy? A little. Okay, let me. Spirit, are we even? Did I derail this? Nope, you're on the right path. You're doing a good job. We could step in. You could keep going. You could pull tarot. That's the least best option right now. I think you could pull it off, but we could also take over, Kelly. Up to you. Okay, all right. Let me feel into your energy, Roxy. How do I explain that? Give me the best words to explain this. It's a fear of happiness. Okay, so I'm just going to approach this by talking like a little bit about me then. And because I've been having this conversation with them, I realized like, oh, I am a little afraid of being fully happy right now. Number one, there's like all these people being deported. Number two, there's all these people, these tech layoffs. That's all I was hearing about when I was in San Francisco. Tech layoff, and they're like the gods, all the developers and the programmers. I'm like, so who are these people who are like highly educated, highly sought after, highly experienced, having a hard time getting a job, and I'm over here having it so easy. So like there's a little fear of being happy because you don't want to be shining, beaming, radiant, happy when all these other people are like suffering. Right. So, and that's like kind of a bigger one for women to get over than for men because we got to be okay with being shining and being happy. And there's also like that little bit of, no, if I get fully back to happiness, then the people that I think harmed me and hurt me aren't going to realize the full impact that they had on me. And they're not going to repair the relationship. Okay, and another one I realized, it was because I was, for a while there, I was still making a decent salary. I wasn't like thriving high baller Kelly. And my friends just kept looking at me going, Kelly, what are you talking about? You work like 2 days a week and you make a full-time salary what I make. And I remember having this internal moment where I'm like, no, can't they see how much pain I'm in? And then I crashed my business even more. So I was afraid of being happy because then people aren't going to see how painful and impactful that situation was. Okay, so Roxy, did that stir up anything within you? Like, no, if I get fully happy again, okay, I think mine is childhood related. You're only deserving if you do your chores and be a good, quiet child, you behave. Fear of happy. Contra, tell me more. You feel that? Tell me more. Not to mention, if this is bringing up anything within you, just everyone kind of comment. Hey, Lakesview made it. Lakesview's joining on the Instagram. Sup, sup. Hey, do you like it if I post the replays on Instagram? I'm kind of wondering if I should do that or not. So yeah, Contra, definitely more details. I think mine is childhood related. You're only deserving if you have your chores and be good, quiet, you behave. Fear of happiness makes sense. Not fun until you have earned your smile. Okay, great. The only difference is now that you're an adult, you don't have someone setting the standards for the benchmark to cross. Not fun until you've earned your smile. So like, how do you know what it takes to earn your smile? And I guarantee you, so there's that for you, that you've got to be the one to go, I can earn my smile when. And why don't you set, since you're the one setting it, I can earn my smile when I am earning that extra 1,000, 2,000 a month. Okay. And yours is also, you only deserving if you do your chores, be a good, quiet little child, you behave. There's something in there about making do with what you've got, making peace, making happiness, I should be like, not if I was truly, it's not if I was truly happy enough, I wouldn't need those outside things to be happy, but it's like I should be able to be happy with what little I've got. So since I'm not able to get to my full peak happiness with the little bit that I've got, I don't deserve more. Ooh, how did that land and hit? I'm kind of glad I figured it out and didn't just use spirit. How do you like my jacket, Concha? It is when I put it on this morning, I was like, I bet Concha would like a jacket like this. Why won't my hood go straight? Come on, hood. I just keep making it worse. I don't understand cameras. Okay. And so Antoinette, if this is striking stuff for you too, go ahead and write your comment. So Concha, you said this is like, you feel that, you can write yours. And so, okay, so Roxy, though, since you're the one commenting, I'm gonna focus on you. Because there's one more thing in there. Maybe write me a new sentence or something too. You're only deserving, Concha, did Kelly steal your jacket? That would have been kind of fun if I did. I'm not gonna lie. No, Roxy, she bought me this jacket. She has one herself, and I tried it on. I liked it. I was like, oh, it's cute. I took it off. She's like, I want to buy you one. And I was like, what? Really? And then she's like, oh, never mind. And I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't think of it again. And then like, I don't know how much, a couple days, a week, she goes, hey, look what I bought you. I was like, what? It was kind of fun twinning when we were in person. Yeah, so we have red matching I Am Worthy root chakra sweatshirts, and we have matching pink sweatshirts. We should get Antoinette one of these pink ones. Maybe that will be a goal of mine, Antoinette. You come out here well, do you even like it, Antoinette? Because if you come out here, maybe that could be my present to you. But okay, sorry, let me focus. Either or is fine. Lakes View, feel free to comment too what I'm saying. I'm not going to start a new read. I want to stick on this theme. Oh, actually, what am I talking about? Buy you a sweatshirt in the middle of summer? Yeah, dude. And my red chakra, root chakra one. Oh my God. Okay. I want to buy one of those for Roxy. You better, Antoinette, save me like an extra small. Are you an extra small, Roxy? Hey, D made it back. Hey, D, any messages for me? Still no contact with Bradley, too many lies, and I'll prove from someone. D, I'm so sorry. But I guess it's better to know so that you can just like fully move on, right? Okay, but I'm not a pink person, but I'm open. I want to be an extra small. I know, fuck me too, man. Well, I'm fine with being a medium. I'm just so happy. I fit into larges now. I'm like, woohoo! I'm back down to, yeah, I would like to get down to a medium though. But okay. Hold on. Let me focus on coaching you guys. High five mornings. Um, I was on Roxy. Yeah, I get it. I have to make do with what I have because I don't deserve more scarcity mindset. Well, let's not make it about scarcity mindset because this isn't about scarcity mindset. You don't have a there's not enough in the world to go around. If I make more money, it takes from other people. That's scarcity mindset. I'm not picking up on that in you, but I'm picking up that you don't have a benchmark, that you don't have a benchmark for when is enough for when you could actually be happy. And I don't remember the limiting belief I just picked up on you. Um, Oh, it's the I'm not desert like, if I truly knew how to be happy, I would know how to be ecstatically, happily joyful with just this. If I can't even turn this into happiness, why do I deserve more happiness? So that's not scarcity mindset, dude. Yeah, same as Concha. I feel bad to have nice things and see my parents struggle. Oh wow, okay, benchmark. I'll write that down. Thank you. Uh, phone call on the live. Awkward. I see my sister struggle, but also I see that there are people around me who have a high bar of money, like some yoga students and just people around me. Okay, so we're gonna stay focused on Roxy and Contra right now. D, see how this, because most of the time my shows are pretty synchronistic. So when I'm talking to someone through something, it helps another person. And thank you everyone who showed up and you're choosing to spend your morning in this high vibe way. I love doing this. So D, see how this, like, see how are you limiting your happiness by not allowing in a love who's like fully focused on you, who's in your town, because not saying I won't get to you, D. I'm just gonna stay on this topic for a while. Because guys, like when I was putting that kind of so instead of scarcity mindset, Roxy, what I would call that is like beating yourself up and holding yourself to impossible standards, perfectionism. So like, are you ready to let go of perfectionism and just be acceptable? Like I accept myself. And so this is you bought my law of attraction course. Um, and you've bought one-on-ones with me, and you bought a one-on-one with me tomorrow. So you know how this works. Um, sorry guys, my phone is like going off. I got to remember to like mute it. It's very distracting. I forgot this morning. I flew in on my broom. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Hello. Welcome. Um, okay, Roxy, now that I completely got sidetracked. Ooh, I completely got sidetracked. Sorry, guys. um, okay, so let's just switch to. It sounds like both of you are like, how can I be happy when like others are struggling? I'm forgetting the terms for it, but there's different types of empathies, and women tend to have that empathy of wanting to understand, of like, oh my God, I get what you're going through, and they want to feel the same thing as the other person. What that does, though, energetically speaking, is it drops you down to their level. That's not going to help them get up. Now you're both just down here. Fudge, man, getting a good paying job is hard, man. Yeah, it is rough. The difference is, Roxy, they might like that life. Sometimes what people say and what they do are different. You have the capability to like go higher and get the higher paying jobs. You got to be okay that like if they wanted it, they would get it. And it's where you're in a position of holding them in high esteem. So instead of, I understand, man, it's rough. Oh man, we're both broke. It's got to be I believe in them. I know they can figure it out. If they really want to get up here, there's many avenues for them. And I know once they're in alignment, they can get up here too. And when they get here, so I'll tell you like what one of my friends is doing right now. I don't know if it's like super, super intentional, but it is like hey, when you get your business to this level, I'm going to come in and step in and explode it to this level. But she's not going to take me from here to here. She's like, when you're here, she's like, and my base salary will be covered by the marketing I do for you. I'm like, damn, that is a value prop. Okay. So it's about learning how to view people as in they're going to figure it out. They can figure it out. And it's not needing to understand the life that they came down to live. And Roxy, I remember what I was saying earlier to you now. It's It's acceptance. I self-accept myself so much that I know that I enjoy life better when I could take vacations. And then, as much as you can, allow that good feeling within you to expand out. I know myself well enough that I enjoy life more when I get to go shopping and buy new clothes. I know myself well enough that I like life better when X is in here. Okay, so Roxy, give me one more sentence is where you're at on this topic. Let's focus. In measuring that will hold me over until next week. I'm gonna paint tonight. You are? Okay. Um Antoinette, maybe we should I think this might also be Concha's last call with us. She's graduating. I don't know if this is the last call or if next week is the last call with her. But I just wanted to like prep you so you don't um okay, and let's also Roxy's saying I hear you. Okay, let's also say I see my sister struggle, but also I see that there are people around me. Okay, so this is good. This is like Concha's like in the in between. I see the person who's struggling, who I don't want to be like shining, and then how do I have a sister who has a family and kids to pay for? Then I'm like the single aunt with lots of money. How do I not just give her my money to equalize things? That's exactly what I was saying about Roxy. It's where it's hey, I appreciate the life that they chose to live. Here are the ways that I would like to get involved. You know, because there was a period when I was growing up when like both my parents lost their jobs. My grandma and grandpa stepped in and made big meals every Saturday that was like enough leftovers. It carried us through like Wednesday, Thursday of the week. Um, so they stepped in and fed us. And then there was a period like when the layoffs were extended, it was like, oh, hold on, we want to make sure you guys are getting health care, this or that. So they kind of stepped in and they did help cover some of the bills. There was a, hey, this isn't a forever thing, but you know, if the economy's tough for like 6 months, whatever, we got your back type of a thing. Um, okay, all right, Spirit, I think it's just time to channel you. So what do you have to say for people who are in this in-between pace of going into more? It is absolutely fine to accept myself wanting better. Yeah, that's just called ambition, Roxy. I'm activating the vibration of ambition within me, which is I want more. And there's nothing wrong with being around people who also want more, you know? Like, do you want to date the person who can't even like wake up and get to the gym, lose his job because they can't get there? Or do you want to date the person who's also like motivated, gets to the gym? You entering their life might make it easier to go every single day, right? You might take them from 80% to 100, 70% to 100 being with them. So like it's okay for you to show up that way too. Thank you, Antoinette. I'll miss you. I don't want to give her money. It's more like it's safe to have more. I feel bad. Okay. Okay, let's focus on this enjoy universe. What do we have to say to like Concha, Roxy? This I know this applies to Antoinette and others watching. They're in between allowing themselves to have more happiness and they're struggling with seeing others struggle. What do we have to say to them? We do want to get to D. And there is one other person who's watching who hasn't commented yet that we want to get to. So we are going to be kind of short and to the point here. This is really about you embracing you and the life that you like to live. So the question is really, are you ready to get to know the full, authentic you? Yes or no? Are you ready to get to know who is the version of you that makes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month? What am I like? Who am I like? Am I that generous person or am I the person who likes to give in this way? And we're going to give you an example. When Kelly's been thinking about like, all right, when I'm back to making 20, 30K a month, I got to admit, I'm not going to want to just hand people money because I've been in high baller months, good months, and I've been in low periods in my life. And I got to admit, a person just paying my bills at that time would have just delayed my healing. So how I would like to give back is I would rather, talk to the parents and be like, let's set up an investment account for your kids. We're starting it off with 600 because I know in 30 years from now, that will be a mill. The economy crashed right now. Not the economy, the stock market crashed. If I buy it right now, oh my God, it will definitely hit that mill in 30 years. And I'm gonna, contribute to that. That's how she would like to give back to people. So, but do you see how that's her being her? No, I love investments and I know how good financial security feels. So I know that if these people are like, "Okay, I just got to make it 30 years and my retirement set." Do you kind of see how that is? She got to know herself. She knows what she likes to give and there was even when Kelly was on a vacation and Kelly was, frantic because she lost her license before having to travel back home and she was worried about missing her flight. She asked a friend, like, "Hey, can you drive me to the airport?" And the friend was, "Whoo, listen, I will wake up, I will drive you to the public transportation, and I'll tell you what, if you don't get on your flight, I will come pick you up because I know how emotionally distressing that can feel, and I'm not going to leave you alone. But I also know myself and I know my limits. I know what I need to do to enjoy my Friday, and honestly, I think you're going to catch your flight, Kelly." Kelly had an emotional reaction. A part of it was like a negative reaction. It was like a, "Can you think of the logistics of this? It says I need to get there 3 hours early." But then there was also the, "Oh my god, I'm actually a lot like her. I don't focus on logistics and practicality. I like to focus on people's emotional well-being and making them feel loved." And she's like, "Oh my god, I never knew that about this friend, that they focus on that too." So Kelly then had a good laugh and went, "Well, this you can only be mad at yourself. You're the one who lost your license. You're the one unwilling to wake up at 4 a.m. to catch the public transportation even earlier. So, hey, I really appreciate that you like to love people. So, Concha, you already have it within you. You're just now expanding it. And it's not about being selfish. It's not about being greedy. It's a, I do like life this way. When Kelly goes over to her friend's house where they're, what is that? That dinks, double incomes, no kids. And she goes over there and they're like popping expensive bottles of wine. Kelly's like, "Whoa, yeah, I'll enjoy a glass." And they're making the steaks, the top notch food. She's never once thinking, "Can you give me money so I can afford this?" She's never once thinking, "How can they spend $200 on a bottle of wine, but they're not willing to take me out or willing to help me?" She's just more, "Wow, thank you for your generosity and sharing, guys." And "Thank you so much for your companionship. We truly enjoy it, Kelly." You guys are trying to get into their headspace, but most people, when they're there, aren't thinking that. Man, they got a big old rant to keep going, Concha, but let me get some feedback from people who this message is resonating with. And we're gonna stay on this topic a little bit longer, and then it looks like D is eventually. I heard them say D and someone else who hasn't commented yet. Any messages about him? I'm still getting twin soul signs and thinks I'm doing well. Or whatever comes through. I couldn't find that video with the message, but there must be a reason they didn't want me to see it again. I don't know. D, let me link to those two for Spirit. Is it still good for her? Yeah, it would still be good, not as strong as the other week. We'll give her a tarot spread later. Okay, we'll get you a tarot spread. I don't know. I'm at work. That's why I'm messaging when I can. Oh, okay. I see that. Yes, thank you. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Roxy. Yeah, and we got your one-on-one tomorrow. PayPal for donations or paying for sessions if you guys want a session that way. Antoinette, do we need to schedule a one-on-one? No, we're good. You and I are good, right, Antoinette? You're not coming to tonight's group call. We don't have anything scheduled. Your trip's planned. We'll talk more about exactly what we're going to do later because that's months away. You and I are good. Concha, you got to log in and, graduate. I call it graduation, not canceling. You got to log in and be the one to do that. I can't cancel it on my end. And then you and I are good. If you grab some one-on-ones, you'll just reach out to me to private schedule. Okay, we're good. And Roxy, we got our one-on-one scheduled next week. Okay, so any last comments on what they're saying right now before I move on to D? We are good. I'm excited for tonight. Have fun. Yeah, and send us the photos of what you guys paint tonight. And I hope you have so much fun. You're such in the moment that just like mom friends flock to you, dude. Okay. it feels like there's a little bit more on this topic of being it's not about enjoying that you have more than others. It's about oh, that's what I think you guys need to hear. It's about enjoying how you like to enjoy life and enjoying how you like to share it. It's not about because you're putting yourself in their shoes and you're like, well, if I were in their shoes, this is how I would be feeling. But the example I like to use in client calls is that it's not up to you to look at someone's life and essentially judge it. Okay. There's people who are born in the Amazon that when they're up in source, they go, I want to be part of a hunter gatherer tribe still. I don't know why they would choose that. What I can tell you is, and I read some books about the difference between like Western modern life, even third world countries are modern compared to them. Well, is that they have more physical insecurity. Where's our next meal coming from? But they don't struggle with mental issues, emotional issues, depression. They're like, yeah, there's zero depression there. There's zero loneliness there. But there is a lot of, oh man, I stubbed my toe. Is this gonna, be life threatening or not? So there's just more that like that physical, but they don't have the mental and the emotional stress that modern people have. But we're not worried about like a tiger eating us. We're not worried about getting bit by a mosquito and well, we're just not as worried as them. So I don't understand why they would want that life because I like my vaccines. I like my streets. I like my parks. But they're probably like, why would they want to do that and sit inside a house all day and then go to a gym? Wouldn't they rather just go play in the nature? And we hang out with our people all day. We do everything together. Like they have a more sense of community than like us Western people do. We're all fucking lonely. So it's about like if you don't judge them, because most people will look at people who came down to live the hunter-gatherer life and go, oh, we need to stay away from them. We need to not tarnish them with our tech. So you got to like take that same viewpoint with other people in your life, And there was, I don't know if I'd call them friend. There was a couple I knew that started a family young. And I was like, wait, guys, you both just graduated high school. They're like, no, we want to do the kid things very young. And so when I was around them when I was thriving, I got to admit there was a little bit of like oh, they don't have money. They can't go out to eat. And I was like, oh, well, hey, I'll take you out to eat. But then when it came to, ooh, can I pick up left? Can I take a meal back to my husband and like leftovers for the other kids? I'm like, whoa, no. Because then that would like equalize our money. But I could take you out to eat a little bit. I like giving and sharing that way. But I can't do this. So it's just recognizing that like, yeah, if there was ever you guys are going to be out on the street, I'd probably step up and help out. But when it's the month to month and like I hear them, yeah, I'm just a little stressed. We can't do this. I'm like, yeah, man, 3 kids are expensive, huh? Like, dang. You haven't been able to go shopping and for yourself in forever? Man, wow, you really do put your kids before yourself. Yeah, man, I do. It's that being able to be with them without needing to be like them. Okay, Spirit, is there any more on this topic before we go on to D? Roxy Contra, do you have any questions or comments on that? Do you feel this is going to be one of those things that it's an overtime shift where it's essentially you being comfortable being you and recognizing that anytime when you're thriving, you being brilliant, everyone's going to have either a negative reaction to you or a positive. They're either going to view you as a source of inspiration or they're going to view you as the problem. There are so many people when I was making $30K a month, they're like, oh, you're just scamming people. Or they're like, oh, you're doing the devil's work. I live in the Bible Belt. But there were also people that were like, oh, that is so cool that you're a medium and you can connect people to their loved ones, provide that sense of closure, and that you're actually like authentic at it. You're good. You're not just telling people what they want to hear. They're like, that is so cool. There was both reactions to it, I don't have questions. You said what I need to hear. You got it. Okay, I'm sick of living check to check. Oh, okay, I see how this message was still for you too, D. Yeah, man. Okay, so D. Wait, is there any more on that top? No, say no, go on to D. You're tired, Kelly, and you don't realize it. Okay. Okay, so D, when you say that, I'm sick of living check to check, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, D, like I'm not I am like love and light and love on my clients, but I'm also like sometimes loving people is like saying the thing that's gonna hurt them. Okay? But it's only because I do love you guys. I'm sick of living paycheck to paycheck. In your love life, you're saying, I have a boyfriend, he's long distance, but is he being faithful? I'm scraping by. I wouldn't call it scarcity mindset. I'd call it I live, instead of saying I live paycheck to paycheck and I live in desperation attempt for love, because that is kind of the despair vibe for love. And there's no shame. We've all been there. I've been there. Jesus, I drove 7 hours one time to hang out with someone who like shut the door on my face. I was like, I'm dramatizing the story a bit, but I was like, damn. The devil's work. Yeah, I live in the South, Roxy. The South very much has a culture of church, God. Um, and I don't know. When I talk to them, I go, look, I've read the Bible because I have. And I was like, yeah, the chapter where they talk about like fortune tellers like me, those are people who try to predict the future and try to replace God. I don't predict the future. I try to help people get in the right emotional and mental landscape so that they can get the success that they want. And I don't predict the future. I help them go through personal growth. And I don't try to replace God as they come to me instead of God. I try to help them build that connection between them and God, which instead of God, I use the word inner being and source. It's like, so I help people build that connection and they just get uneasy. I think my comments still show above. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull a spread on what you need to hear, D, in terms of the guy and in terms of money. So what does D need to hear? This is very much for the guy. Wow, it's just kind of blunt, D. It's a with him, it's like admitting to yourself that you never felt protected with him. You didn't feel that protection. You didn't feel like he was trying to protect the relationship. You didn't feel like he was trying to protect connection time with you. You didn't feel like he was trying to protect the future with you. And with him, there was also something about his mannerisms. How do I word that? Something about the way he spoke, it was like sneaky. Like, and the example that they're putting in my mind, there was one time there was this guy that I met and was getting to know him a little bit. And like the way he said something, I was like, huh, that makes me think there might be other girls he's getting to know. Fair enough. This is my second time hanging out with him. And I was like, but note that. They're saying right now you were ignoring that kind of stuff. And they're still not saying firmly whether he cheated or not. They're saying it kind of doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Um, when I hung out with that guy a third time, I saw him on his phone. I was like, wow, that's the energy of someone who's messaging multiple people, trying to go back and forth, trying to wrap it up so that when I come sit at the table with him, he could like focus on me. And I was like, wait, this might not just be a person who's getting to know multiple women, which is fair enough. This might be a person who's a player. And then it was like later that same day when like I kind of just like I was like, wow, this guy is definitely yeah. Whoever he's texting is someone that's expecting a response from him right now. So I don't think this is just someone he's getting to know. So it's like those behaviors and mannerisms. And they're not saying that's what your guy was doing, but they're saying that there was like a little bit of sneakiness, just not forth outright upright. And it wasn't that I value you, let us connect every single day. Let's connect in the morning, let's connect in the evening. That connection and that protecting, it wasn't there. And then finishing up that story, when I kind of looked at his phone, I was like, all right, I think this is definitely like F-boy category now, not just him getting to know multiple people, which is very fair enough in the beginning. But then he like did something on his phone, and I was like, okay, he just wrapped up the conversation with whoever it was, and he was like, "Oh, no, look, I was looking up something for us to do," and he showed me his phone and then sat next to me and, like, was showing his phone, but then I saw the big old mute button in the upper left corner, and I kinda, like, looked at him, and I was like, "Buddy, I see that you just muted all notifications, so you showing me your phone that you're focused on us, does that make sense?" Um, so I'm not saying he was being sneaking into know other people. What I'm saying is that his communication was not in a, I'm trying to get to know you and only you. I'm calling in the morning. I'm calling in the evening. How can we connect more, babe? Babe, you're feeling insecure. How can I help you feel more safe? What makes you feel loved? And okay, and the third message in here is you had a relationship. It's called limerence. I'll type it in here. It's where you have a relationship with the person in your mind or on the spirit level, which a lot of spiritual people like to call it twin flame. Twin flame is just an anxious attachment style person in psychology terms, dating an avoidant attachment style person. It sounded like he was messaging while you were on the phone, but he'd deny it and yell at me, hang up. Oh, fuck, that's what he was doing? Okay. So check it out. That this is the poor communication. You ignored the signs. This is you can tell he wasn't protecting the longevity of the relationship. And this is you were more focused on the spiritual connection, the energy of potential. If he would just do this, then our relationship would be great. So the message is more about these are the three areas you got to work on to call in a healthy relationship next. There's a little more they want to say about the limerence, the focusing on the spiritual connection. Oh, yeah, that's where your next personal growth is. That's the cycle. You got to end the cycle. This is the ending of a cycle card, but it's the ending of a toxic cycle. It's the ending of sacrifice, right? Um, so when you say, I think he may be autistic, there are autistic people out there who don't always pick up on social cues, right? But when it's this way, it's when you're making an excuse for him. And I think it was yesterday's show, or I think I titled it like How to Spot a Healthy Relationship. If you want to go watch that episode, it was like the three types of men: the surfer, the seducer, the sailor. You just want to be able to identify healthy men, sailors, and only spend your time with healthy men. This sounds like a surfer. Oh, he's autistic. He doesn't know any better. There's a difference between an autistic better who doesn't know, but genuinely wants a good, healthy connection with you and wants to protect it. Wait, hold on. Did I miss a cue? I'm autistic. I don't pick up on them. I want you to know I like you. Tell me. Because the autistic people I've met are very blunt. No. Did I offend you? I want you in my life. Tell me. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Teach me. Right? That's upright. But when you look at them and go, oh, he's autistic. He just didn't pick up on it. You're in your head justifying that it's okay that he's a surfer. So that's a cycle that you got to end, justifying and making excuses for someone. And like being okay that what you really want right now is a peaceful, happy home life. Universe, guide me to the peaceful, happy home life. Guide me to that. If there's shifts I need to make the shifts quick and easy because I'm ready to completely let go of this guy. Right? And let me share with you a little bit more. And then we'll end this show. Like, oh my God, I need this message. Sometimes I think my partner may have some sort of mild ASD or something similar. I don't know, guys. I'm just telling you, there's been like autistic people I've interacted with. One was the example I gave you. No, I care about you. Did I miss something? What could I do to love you more? Tell me. I'm blunt. Be blunt with me. And I was like, damn, bro. But I've also dated the autistic people who I was like, oh, it's okay. He just needs to get comfortable with me. Oh, it's okay. He just needs more social practice. Like 9 or 12 months later, he was threatening legal action against me, which was unfounded, not even based on law or anything. And I was like, what? Where'd that come from? So he lied about when he messaged that girl. He said long before we started talking, but it was 4 times after 3 months. Elon Musk is. So this is about you being able to say, I deserve everything I said to Roxy earlier. I deserve good communication. I deserve a steady partnership. I deserve steady communication. I deserve steady connection. I do hold that expectation. When I'm in a relationship, I expect steady communication. I expect to feel loved. I expect to feel celebrated, surprised, cherished. I expect these things. And when something comes in that's not that, you easily release it and let it go. Um, I expect someone who could hold a conversation. I expect someone who can navigate the difficult conversations and navigate to win-win solutions. Does that make sense? So, Deed, it's about getting out of relationships in your head that you think are spiritual, etheric twin flame and being into I came down from source out of the etheric realm into the physical realm to enjoy a physical relationship, which means seeing them every day. And so most of the time what I could tell you is when people are in these kind of like long distance relationships, of course it means they're not emotionally available for a relationship either. And it tends to be a fear of being held accountable. Okay, so that was a lot I just threw at you. Like, D, no matter what, this is about you moving towards I'm ready to feel loved. I'm ready to feel good connection and good communication. And I'm turning a new point in my life where I'm moving towards relationships where I feel safe in them, where I feel like I can relax. I plan on letting him go. He's blocked. I don't tolerate it, especially having proof screenshots. Okay, so this is a universe. That chapter of my life is over. Help me step into the new one. Help me step into the highest self-respect and highest self-love I can and help me feel into how happy life can actually be because I'm ready to love myself so much that I also allow in a partner. Um, okay, if anyone else wants to read today, now would be a great time to smash the super chat button or tell me you want to PayPal donate and I'll get you that link. If not, we will wrap it up and I'll wish you guys lots of love into your weekend and be back for the show on Monday. So D, like your focus though definitely needs to be on show me how to welcome in the new chapter of my life. I'm moving on. Show me how to move on with ease. Show me how to be enjoying life more. Show me things in my local area that I can be enjoying more so that I get some enjoyment in my life. I'm ready to just be enjoying. It's moving towards that. Okay, thank you, Roxy. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, Roxy. We got to talk. I don't know if I can. Oh, we changed the time to 10 a.m. my time. Okay, that could work because at 11 a.m. I got a journaling session planned. Okay, it's all gonna work. Yeah, Liko, what's up? Have a good day. Is Instagram just easier for you than YouTube? So yeah, it's just D. It sucks I spent that much time on that man, and I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to find fun things, enjoyable things, and my current area to do and enjoyable people to do it with because gosh dang it, I'm ready to enjoy life now. You got to keep putting your focus there. That's what will help you move on. All right, lots of love, everyone. Have a good weekend. See you all Monday. Thanks for coming. Bye.